We set out to ride from London to Paris, from Tower Bridge all the way to the Eiffel Tower on a tandem bike. What we thought would be an adventure quickly turned into a test of endurance. Steep climbs forced us to push the tandem uphill, sometimes for miles. The chain fell off again and again, costing us time and energy we didn't have. The weather turned on us without warning, pouring rain one day, blazing sun the next. Riding a tandem meant every slip, every bit of fatigue, every wrong move was doubled. We had to stay in sync through the forest trails, rough tracks, and endless stretches of open road that seemed to go on forever. It wasn't easy. 6 days and countless challenges. Will we actually make it to Paris? It feels so nice to be going downhill after days of pushing this bike uphill, literally over 30 times. We are starting our bike journey from Tower Bridge, and here is our tandem bike. We actually got it off Facebook Marketplace for 100 British pounds. We have a little makeshift bike rack, I think is what you call it, back here. We've just strapped our backpacks. We probably didn't do it in the nicest way, but it's keeping our backpacks nice and sturdy. Guy's leading us the whole way, and I am in the back helping pedal. And along the way, we are going to be staying in very cool and unique Airbnbs starting tonight, which I'm super excited for. I'm not going to say much. We're going to vlog that once we get there. But I can't believe we are actually biking to Paris. We have not been practicing. This isn't something that we've been waiting years to do. We just came up with this idea maybe 2 months ago, and now we're actually doing it. All right, we've also reached our first little problem. So this gray backpack is Guy's, and every time I'm pedaling, I keep hitting the backpack. It's funny because before leaving, it literally took us maybe half an hour to strap these backpacks in. So we're gonna try and put both backpacks on top. Hopefully it works, and hopefully the bungees are long and stretchy enough to hold both of them. Only 10 minutes in, the bike rack had already come loose. Guy fixed it quickly and we were back on the road, though it didn't hold, so we had to start taking turns wearing the backpack.
So on the English side, we're giving ourselves 2 days to get to the south coast. So today we're going to stop in a really unique Airbnb that we found along the way, sort of halfway between here and New Haven. And then tomorrow we're going to have to get up early and go to New Haven. And hopefully we get there in time for our ferry over to France. So hopefully in 2 days.
We started pushing the bike uphill, thinking it was just a tough stretch. Little did we know this would be the first of many times we'd have to push it over the next 5 days. How's it going?
It's good.
Guy's tired. And by the way, I'm not complaining because I told him we had to practice, and he's like, it'll be fine. We can do it. And I told him, I'm like, it's gonna be harder than what you are expecting in your mind. I'm not really surprised because I knew it was gonna be hard. But now he's like, oh, it's so hard. Oh, the uphill. Oh, the bike. Oh, everything's falling off the bike.
It's so hard to cycle this bike uphill. It's so big. The gears are pretty bad. The bike seems really heavy. And even this gear thing, it's the oldest looking gear thing I've ever seen. And I don't know, the gears keep flicking all over the place, and it's just hard to get uphill.
And just like that, we were pushing the bike again. 5 days ahead of us, and we could already tell this wasn't going to be easy. After finally making it up, we came across a park and decided it was the perfect spot to stop for the lunch we brought from home. After lunch, we were back on the road for the next hour or so. More biking, more pushing, more hills. It felt never-ending, and it was so crazy to think that this was only the very beginning. We are 21 minutes away. Honestly, the amount of times we have gotten off the bike to push it up a hill is ridiculous. After a brutal first day, we were finally just a couple of kilometers from our first Airbnb. We stopped at a supermarket to grab Guy an ice cream and wine for our dinner later on, hoping this would give us a little boost. But as soon as we got on the bike, the chain fell off. The good thing is that we have been going downhill for the past 2 minutes, so there hasn't been any need to pedal, and we're just hoping we make it all the way to the Airbnb without having to pedal one bit. Wow. I cannot believe we made it with a broken chain. All right, we have made it with the broken chain. I'm gonna show you guys the Airbnb really quick, so come on and follow me. By now, you should know that me and Guy love staying in unique places, so this is our bathroom. There we go, compost toilet, nothing fancy.
Is it for your business?
Yep, for your business. This is our shower. The host said that we need to fill this up with water, hot water, so we'll have to boil the water to warm it up. Submerge this little thing in the bucket, and then we shower. This is where we're sleeping. You can unzip it from here and slide in. This is like really wobbly, but very sturdy as well. I'm gonna close it because I don't wanna get mosquitoes in here. You can also unzip it from down here, and then you just go up, prop yourself up, and then zip it so you don't fall out at night. As you can see, this is a floating tent. Once we saw this on the Airbnb listing, we were like, we need to stay here. Like, how in the world does a floating tent exist? And I mean, I guess being here now, they use a lot of rope to tie the tent. And this is our kitchen area. So this is a little sitting area where I'm gonna sit and watch Guy barbecue for us. Yeah, we have some firewood, a little gas stove, some tap water, kitchen utensils, and yeah, this is our Airbnb. We are staying here for one night only, and I think now it's time for Guy to fix the chain.
Okay, so my first task to do here, before we lose the light for the day, is to fix the chain on the bike. But I'm gonna need to fix it because if we can't fix it, then we're not gonna be able to get to Paris. And we're gonna be stuck here in the countryside. We won't even be able to get our ferry tomorrow over to France. So that's what I gotta do now, is to fix it. And I feel like it shouldn't be too bad. Literally, it's just the chain came off. I just need to get it back on.
Okay, so Guy is fixing the chain, and I'm kind of just hanging out in the kitchen. It would be smart to start dinner, but as I'm standing here, I'm kind of realizing, like, I don't know how to start a fire. Okay, press. I feel like I'm just inhaling gas. How do I not know how to turn the stove on? Oh my gosh, maybe I'm not a wilderness girly. I thought I was. I thought I was better than this. We also have this instant barbecue kit. I mean, I wouldn't know how to use this either.
I think we did it. Not too bad.
Okay, honestly, I think I had a blonde girl moment. That's what I need. That's what I need to start the fire. Hi.
You okay there?
Uh-huh.
You didn't know how to start the fire?
Of course I do.
The...
How cute. The Airbnb host just came by. He gave us some locally grown plums, and they're so tiny. I've never seen a plum this tiny. He also gave us eggs. And of course, we had to get the wine bottle with a little bike on it because it just goes with our theme. Hello, we're biking to Paris. So, time for some wine. Cheers. That evening, we cooked hot dogs over the open fire, keeping it simple but cozy. After dinner, we got ready for bed, resting up for the next day of riding. Okay, so I think we're gonna try and go to sleep now. Tomorrow's another long day, so we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning. It was not the best night's sleep for me.
I think Guy liked the tent though. He was snoring the entire night. I was also very cold the entire time. My feet never got warm, and whenever my feet don't get warm, my entire body's just cold. So yeah, I didn't really sleep. Today is the second day of our bike tour to Paris, and it should only be 20 miles.
I'm making us some fried eggs, and we're gonna have them with some sausage and a cup of oatmeal. So hopefully it's gonna fuel us for the day, and we'll make it to New Haven without any issues.
Okay, so it's day 2. We woke up and we're getting moving again. So today we don't have as long of a distance to do as we did yesterday. So yesterday we did 42 miles and today we've only got 22 miles left. So it should be a nicer journey, shorter journey for us today. So we started the day, our camping spot was in a place called Sharpthorne, which is quite close to Gatwick Airport, a little bit further south. And today we're going from there all the way to New Haven, where we've got the ferry booked later on. So yeah, we should have enough time to get there. Apparently it takes 2 hours, but it's gonna take us at least 3. But still we've got plenty of time. Yeah, hopefully nothing goes wrong so we can catch the ferry in time, because we need to make it over to France.
We literally left the Airbnb 3 minutes ago. We went down a hill, then we had a huge hill going uphill. And we realized that when Guy fixed our chain yesterday, the pedals aren't aligned. So whenever he's pedaling up, I'm pedaling down and vice versa. And we should be pedaling at the same time. So then now we've stopped again to try and fix the chain. Guy was able to fix the chain, so we have that fixed. We have been following the GPS and it has brought us to this park.
Oh. Let's go straight through some thorns.
Oh, B. Should I pull them out?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, you have a lot.
Okay, what should we do? Pull over here, yeah? Fucking hell. I thought someone would be on it.
We were on the bike on this super narrow path and I hear galloping in the back. It's a wild horse. Thank God there was like a little space to the left of us where we can just go and wait. And the horse just paused and looked at us and I was like, oh my gosh, what if the red bike is like making it mad? And then it just like galloped past us. And I was like, oh my gosh, like if there wouldn't have been a place to pull into while the horse was there, I fear we would have gotten like pounded by the horse.
We didn't manage to capture it on camera, but trust me, we pushed these bikes uphill more times than we can count. By the end, we were so exhausted from pushing that we barely had the energy left to even think about recording.
In case you were wondering, we do not intend to cycle this bike back from Paris to London. We're going to take it to Paris and the goal is to try to see if we can sell it for cheap in Paris to someone who wants it there. So we actually put it up online on Facebook Marketplace like a week ago. No one's messaged yet, no one's even looked at the ad yet. But the plan is to reduce the price by, I don't know, 10, 20 pounds each day and see if anyone takes. And hopefully we can find this bike a nice new owner in Paris. So we made it about 10 kilometers, probably 45 minutes in. And we lost the chain again from the bike.
We are 2 miles away until we reach New Haven. And I've never felt happier. Although this was supposed to be an easier day because it was less mileage, like literally 20 miles. I feel like there were way more uphills than yesterday. And I believe it took us an extra whole hour, right? Yeah. So an extra whole hour added to our day. The amount of times we pushed the bike up a hill, I think I lost count. Honestly, more than 10. There was one point where we thought we weren't gonna make the ferry because we were falling behind on time so bad. Of course, the last bit has to be a hill. We can't end today without going up a stupid hill. Bonjour, merci beaucoup, oui oui. Can't believe we're going to France today. We're in the ferry and our journey should take 5 hours. So in 5 hours we will be in Dieppe, France, and we'll be spending the night there. All right, guys, we have made it to France. We got off the ferry, cycled about 10 minutes. We are arriving at the hotel. We are very late. There's no one at front desk, but they've given us a code and we should be able to get in with no problem, hopefully. This is our room, very simple, just a bed, 2 side tables. Our bathroom, nice and clean. And here I am, quite tired from today. I guess we're gonna say goodnight for now, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, it is day 3 today. We just woke up not long ago, had breakfast at our lovely hotel. It's such a nice day today. I'm actually excited. Spirits are up once again after yesterday's kind of like disastrous cycle with all the uphills. And yeah, today should be a better day. From what Google Maps is saying, there shouldn't be many hills actually. The road should be more or less flat. There were 2 routes we could choose from. There was a route that was 1 hour shorter, but apparently that route would take us on like actual roads and we wouldn't have our own cycle lane. So we're gonna risk it, do the longer route, but hopefully be in the cycle lane almost the whole way through and yeah, be on a flat road. And again, it's a nice day, so it makes it a more enjoyable cycle, hopefully. And yeah, we'll keep you guys updated along the way because as we know, something always goes wrong.
Okay, so we also got a bit more damage to the bike yesterday. So the chain's holding up quite well, but actually yesterday we kind of lost our back brake. So this thing basically came completely loose. Some screws fell off. But yeah, basically this whole brake mechanism at the back has come loose as we've lost a screw. So the back brake doesn't really work properly. We can put it back in, and as long as we don't reverse, it should more or less stay there, so it sort of still does the job. But we're pretty much having to rely only on the front brake. So we've got to go a bit slow and be a bit careful there. So yeah, I've just reduced the price of the bike even more. Still no one's messaged us about it. I don't know why, because it's a great bike. It's a good looking bike. So hopefully we can find it a nice home in Paris. But we're going to keep reducing it every single day and see if anyone takes. We've also got a bit of new damage to the bike rack. So a couple of the screws have come off here. This thing's getting a bit more wobbly. So I'm wearing my backpack, but we've got another one on the back. So hopefully this one's going to stay on the back the whole way and we're not going to have to wear it too. But let's see how it goes. 2 days down, 4 left. Okay, so it is day 3 and we're just starting our cycle through the French countryside. Actually, it's a lot nicer than the English countryside and a lot more flat, so it makes it quite easy to ride the bike. So today we started in Dieppe, which is where we got off the ferry and spent the night. And we're planning to take actually 4 days to get to Paris, so we'll do it quite slowly.
All right, we are about 45 minutes in, and of course we have ran into our first issue. The chain came loose again. We're gonna try and fix it. The chain fell off once again. It's actually happened, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time. We haven't even bothered vlogging it at this point because it's just like occurring literally every 15 minutes. We are about halfway done with our journey today. We stopped here at this restaurant. Looks very empty. Guy went to check and see if it's open. Is it open? It's closed. We're so hungry. Okay, I guess we're not gonna eat here. I don't know what the next option would be. We're both quite hungry.
We stumbled across this little cafe right next to the bike path. Unfortunately, they weren't serving lunch, so we resorted to waffles. The only problem was Guy was still starving. Finding food wasn't exactly easy, so we pulled up Google Maps and found the nearest option, a McDonald's about 40 minutes away in the next town. After Guy finished his Big Mac, we continued our journey into the dense forest. The trails definitely weren't bike-friendly, so we had to push the tandem the whole way through. We ended up pushing for about 45 minutes. It was definitely a bit of an eerie experience. We thought yesterday was tough, but today had even more uphills. Pushing a tandem bike uphill with all the gear was exhausting, so we took turns. The roads were narrow and busy, and at one point we even had a giant tractor right behind us.
Oh. That tractor took up almost the entire road. All right, guys, we finally made it to the Airbnb, and I'm gonna show you guys around very quick, so follow me. We are surrounded by greenery, surrounded by nature. It is beautiful here. Starting off with our little barbecue pit. This is where Guy and I are gonna grill our meat, our chicken, and have dinner. We can't wait. And then just sit around the fire and get cozy at night. Follow me over here. It's really quiet and peaceful here, by the way. The host is staying like up a hill that way, so we have our own privacy. We have a little bench area here to, again, just sit, chill, eat. And then up here, we have a nice little porch overlooking this amazing stream where we can go in, take a dip. We have 2 lounge chairs here. And then this is our little motorhome on wheels. So come on in, it's very tiny, by the way. We have this sitting area here, which I think could also be like a very small twin-sized bed. We have a fridge. We have a sink. We have a stove. Over here we have a little just prep area. And then over here we have like a bigger bed. Come on out. This way. And clip this. And this is our bathroom. Again, it's one of those compost bathrooms. So this is our Airbnb here in France. I have to say this might be my favorite one yet. Chicken skewers, meat skewers, potato salad, and some tabbouleh, a glass of wine, my squish, and sock. Hi. Chaussette. Bonjour, Chaussette. Good morning. It is the next day. We woke up and apparently it's forecasted to rain today. We didn't pack for any rain during this trip. We said a quick bye to the donkey and horse at the Airbnb and headed out. About 10 minutes in, our chain came loose again. But at least this time it happened right in front of a herd of cows, and they seemed really interested in what was going on. Ooh. So our little bike ride today, we are on roads, but they're so empty, so I don't really mind. It actually hasn't even rained yet, so that's good.
can tell on the camera, but it's raining quite hard. So we're waiting here under trees for a couple minutes. Hopefully the rain mellows down and then we can keep cycling.
It's so soaked. My jeans are soaked through, apart from a little bit on the back. My shoes feel like they have puddles in them. Okay, so we've just made it into the Airbnb for today. I think before we show you around, we need to get out of these clothes. Everything's soaking.
I want to show them my sock.
We need to get these.
This is my sock.
We hit a few puddles. Let's get changed.
All right, guys, time for the long and awaited Airbnb tour. Sorry it took a minute. It's now the next day. Yesterday when Guy and I got back, all we did was blow dry our wet clothes and take hot showers because we were freezing. Anyways, without further ado, come on in. Over here we have our little eating area, our little kitchen. So we have a sink, a microwave, a stove, a fridge, and this, which I'm not sure what it's called because I don't drink coffee, but you can make your coffee. A coffee machine. We have a coffee machine. Over here, we have our nice, big, comfortable bed. A small makeshift closet here, and this is where we hung up our clothes yesterday to make sure they were dry for today. And then over here, we have our very nice bathroom. We have a sink, this cool lit up mirror, a little window up here, and then our shower. The water was very nice and very hot. Like, that's exactly what I was looking forward to yesterday when we were biking through the rain and I was like shivering. And then we have this, this has helped us out a lot. This, I don't know, shower rack? What do you call this? We don't have this in the US.
Towel.
This is a towel rack that you heat up, and it honestly saved our lives. We just piled our clothes here last night to make sure, again, they were dry for today. And yeah, this is our Airbnb. It's very small, very cozy. We wouldn't want it any other way, honestly. It's been better than what we expected. And in front of the Airbnb, we have chickens. A little chicken coop. There's about maybe 10 of them. They honestly don't make noise. They didn't even wake us up in the morning or anything. And right behind the chickens, you have the forest. So it's a really cool place where we're staying. And tonight we'll be staying at an even cooler place. So stay tuned for that. And as I finished my little Airbnb tour, it started to rain. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I really hope it stops or it doesn't get worse. Because at least yesterday when it started raining, although it was very bad, it started raining more towards the end of the journey. We still had about an hour, 20 minutes left. We haven't even started today, so please, rain, go away.
Okay, so we are back on the road. It's day 5 out of 6, so the second last day. It's raining very lightly, but not too bad. If it stays like this, I think we'll be okay. So we started in a town called Cergy-Fontaine, and we're heading towards a town called Chambly, which I think will be probably the biggest town we've come across, which makes sense as we're heading closer to Paris.
We took a few trash bags from the Airbnb to keep our stuff from getting wet again. About 10 minutes in, the rain picked up, so we stopped and turned some of the bags into makeshift ponchos. Let's just say Guy pulled that off a little better than I did.
I thought we were being smart. I don't know if this is gonna work. Wait, what? How did he do that? What? How did it fit you and not me?
The rain never let up, so we decided to just keep going. Not long after, Google Maps treated us to the worst path we'd been on so far.
So Google obviously thinks we have a much better bike than we do, because it's making us go through these country lanes that are really muddy, bumpy, and really hard to cycle on.
All right, we've made about an hour progress. We decided we wanted to stop now, have our lunch because we're very hungry. And we found this nice bench. I think this is a church. We're under the shade. We're in this like super small town. When we pulled up, the guy that lives in front came out to see what was happening. I think this is the most exciting thing he's seen all month, probably. Just two randoms showing up on a tandem, sitting down in front of his house, eating a sandwich. His windows are open, his door is open. And it's so funny because I know he's just curious to see what we're doing. And he kind of just like goes to his window, pretends like he's inspecting the window. But I know he's really looking at us because, I mean, we're in the city center right now, okay? Like, and there's nothing going on. It's so funny. It's so funny. He's been doing that since we sat down. But it's cute. He's just an old man wondering what we're up to.
After lunch, we cruised through the countryside. We saw goats, stopped at a bakery, fixed the chain, because apparently we can't go 10 minutes without that. And of course, there were endless hills waiting for us.
We're 12 minutes away from our Airbnb for day 5. I would say today we definitely cycled through more busier roads towards the end of the journey, which was honestly, like, we didn't record any of that because there was like big semi trucks, or as the Brits call it, lorries, and a lot of it was uphill, so it was just really impossible and like not smart to be recording. All right, guys, we have made it to our 5th Airbnb. Is it our 5th one? All right, guys, we have made it to our 5th and final Airbnb. And I'm going to give you guys a quick tour. I have to say, this is by far my favorite. This Airbnb is on a equestrian center. And over here, we have loads of horses. And then there's more horses as well on the other side, which if we have time, we're going to go to the grocery store, get some carrots, apples, and pears, and feed the horses, and we'll show you guys that. We have a little bench, a little table, 2 chairs. We have more chairs over here with a nice big umbrella for whenever it does get sunny. And then this is where we're staying. So over here, we have kind of like a sofa bed. So you can pull it out. You can have someone sleeping there. Sorry for the mess, by the way. We kind of just chucked all our stuff here. But here we have a nice little coffee table. And over here we have our little kitchen area, which I love. We have a nice sink with running water. We have a stove. Over here we have a mini fridge with some fresh water. And then over here we have another sitting area that again overlooks the horses and all the greenery around us. All right, come back here. We have our little bathroom area. Over here again, we have a sink, our shower. It looks really nice, by the way. I can't wait to use it tonight.
Over here we have our towels, a little window to peek out, and then over here, again, we have our compost toilet. Oh, and I almost forgot our bed. I actually haven't been up here yet, so you guys are gonna do this with me. Nice and comfy. And then over here we have another window, which I'm sure looks out to the horses as well. I love this Airbnb, and I think just being around the horses makes it like 10 times more special. We're gonna leave all the links down below to every place we've been staying in case you guys are interested if you find yourself in the French countryside. All right, time to go grab some dinner. All right, today is day 6, our final day of biking. We are supposed to make it to Paris today, and we're very excited. We are so done with this bike, so we are very looking forward to get to Paris, either give it away, leave it there, whatever it might be. We want to get rid of it. Our journey today, I don't know, is it supposed to be easy, hard? I have no idea.
Yeah, so today, we're starting off in Chambly, this little town not too far out from Paris, but we've got about 45 kilometers to do. We're aiming for the Eiffel Tower. So yeah, 45 kilometers is about the same as yesterday. It'll be quite tough, especially if the chain keeps breaking. And yeah, I think there's a couple of steep hills along the way, but actually, hopefully as we get into Paris, there's apparently more cycle lanes. So I'm hoping it might get a little bit easier once we're in there. But yeah, let's see. We've done this distance before, so we should be able to make it to Paris today.
Yeah, we decided to leave today extra early. I mean, it's not that early, it's like probably 9 a.m. But to give ourselves a little bit of buffer, because the chain, yeah, it always falls off, and just in case we have to cycle up steep hills or busy roads, we want to give ourselves time to make it to the Eiffel Tower today, because we have no other option. We have a flight from Paris tomorrow, so we need to make it to Paris. We are about to leave the horseback riding center, or the horses. I don't know if you can see them. We fed them some apples. It was so much fun. Our last day, B.
Let's do it.
We left the horseback riding center 2 minutes ago. The chain has already fallen off twice. We've biked 5 kilometers so far. It's taken us over an hour because the chain, I'm not even exaggerating, has fallen off at least 20 times. So it's been off to a very, very bad start, because it was literally getting out of hand. We were fixing the chain. We were literally biking 2 inches. I'm not even exaggerating, and it would fall back off. Spend another 5 minutes putting the chain back on. Then we would go like 5 inches, and then it would fall off. And it was just like we were to a point where we were like, are we going to make it? Like, what else could we do? Can we jump the bike? Is it too much to walk? When can we start getting a line bike? I feel like if it does start becoming an issue, which I mean, it already is an issue, we might just get a line bike. We might dump this bike and find a line bike and line bike to Paris. So one way or another, whether it's with this crappy bike that I just would have been already or a line bike, we are getting there.
Okay, so we have found another potential solution to the broken chain. Since the way the chain is on this thing, there's 2 different chains, one at the front and one at the back. It's always my one at the front that keeps falling off. But actually we realized that even if mine's broken, I can do nothing while Ali pedals us. And I can just sit and enjoy the views.
I'm feeling so tired today. Like, I think these last 10, 11 miles is more like mentally challenging than physically challenging. Like my body feels fine. It's just like with this crappy freaking bike,
just makes everything feel so much harder, so much longer. So we move at such a slow rate. Just to show you guys how slow we're moving, this girl who's been walking, not even running, walking, has now passed us like 3 times because we keep stopping because the stupid chain keeps falling off.
Okay, so we're about a third of the way through the journey today. We've got 30 kilometers left, so we've done about 15. So it's quite good, to be honest. I didn't think we'd get this far after how it started this morning. We keep having to stop to fix the chain. It's probably a bit less frequent than earlier on. So we can usually make it maybe 1 kilometer, maybe half a kilometer before we have to do it. But yeah, it's still a bit of a pain to do that. Hopefully we can make it the rest of the way to Paris. Okay, so we just stopped for a bit of lunch. We're on the outskirts of Paris and we were a bit tired, hungry, fed up with the chain braking. So we took a quick break. We're now carrying on and we've got 20 kilometers left. So we're over halfway for the day. Only 20 more kilometers. I feel like we should be able to make it. But this chain is really failing us. And the bike is making a lot of weird noises. And it's really difficult to actually pedal it. But yeah, hopefully the last 20 kilometers into Paris isn't too bad. I'm hoping there's going to be some downhills. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, we are about 25 minutes from the Eiffel Tower. It definitely feels like we're in Paris now. There's people everywhere, honking, buses. I cannot believe that we made it to Paris. Obviously this ends at the Eiffel Tower. We're not done yet, but I can't believe we made it this far on this bike. Earlier on today, I was like 95% sure we were gonna ditch the bike, find some other way to get here because the chain has been the biggest issue these past 6 days. .6 kilometers away. I think that's about, I don't know, a mile and a half. We're almost there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I feel like this camera cannot zoom in enough, but we just passed the Arc of Triomphe. We're definitely feeling triumphant today because these last 7 or 6 days have been literally crazy. The Eiffel Tower is in sight. We are getting so close, but our goal is to be right in front of it, and that is where this entire bike tour ends. I know we're still walking, but that's only because these roads are quite busy and the chain just keeps falling off and off and off all the time, so it's really annoying when we have like a bus or loads of cars behind us because then we just hold up traffic. All right, we are about 100 meters away. Hopefully the freaking chain doesn't fall off. We are approaching the front of the Eiffel Tower. Guy, any words, any thoughts?
I just want to get there without having to replace the chain anymore.
We're here, we're approaching
300 meters, 1 minute.
100 meters, 1 minute away.
Oh, one final little hill.
Last hill. The last hill, hopefully, of this journey
Hey.
happening right now.
I don't know if we're allowed to cycle through, but we're cycling through.
Okay, we're cycling through. Oh, look at that. I'm just waiting for the chain to break. Once the chain breaks,
Wow.
oh, it broke. We're literally right in front of it. We're right in the middle. We are finishing this bike tour from Tower Bridge in London, literally right in front of the Eiffel Tower. We're right underneath it.
That's a
Look
wrap.
at this.
That's a wrap.
Whoa.
What do we do with the bike?
Free bike. 6 days later, hours of biking. Each day we doubled our ETA.
It was nice seeing the countryside,
Yeah.
being able to go through some small towns. Even though everything was closed, it was nice kind of being in the countryside. I mean, I'm not surprised we made it. I thought we would make it, but I thought we'd make it a lot easier than we did. With the bike, I mean, this bike's just falling to pieces. That made it very difficult. And today, yeah, there was a point right at the start. I didn't know if we were gonna fail. I didn't know if we were gonna make it
Yeah.
to the end or not. But I think we're done with all of the cycling and the whole adventure. Nobody responded to the ad online, so nobody wants the bike. So yeah, I think it's in too bad a condition to even give it away to someone. The plan is we're ditching the bike, leaving it unlocked on the edge of the park to Eiffel Tower, and someone can come along and find it, claim it, and if they want to repair it and give it another life, then that would be great.
All right, guys, thanks for coming along on our journey from London to Paris.
Should I just try something? I don't know. What do
Yeah,
wanna
you can try.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.